Hello,
Let's
Lothar.
go. Yes.
I'm Faiz from a show called Bola Itu Live in Malaysia. We are airing every Wednesday. Now we are talking about all things Bundesliga with you.
Thank you.
Right. So, Lothar, it is a big week for German football. The international matches will end this week and the Bundesliga will return. So, Germany is known for various derbies. There are the Klassiker, which of course you have known very well. And there's also Berlin Derby. So I would like to ask you, it feels like the Berlin Derby is a little bit more intense than the other derbies. So what do you think separates the Berlin Derby from the other German derbies?
In this moment, we have only one derby in Bundesliga because we have only one city who has two clubs in the Bundesliga, and this is Berlin. For this, we are happy we have this Berlin derby. And sure, it's not from the shiny, like the derby in Milano, like the derby in Madrid, like the derby in Rome. This is a different quality of the history, because the derby in Berlin is something special. You know a little bit about the history of Germany. We had till 30 years ago, an east part and a west part of Germany. And Berlin was the same, East Berlin and West Berlin.
Yeah.
And Union Berlin has their stadium in the east part of Berlin. Hertha BSC has their stadium on the west part in Germany. This means this is a game between East Berlin against West Berlin. And this is the same, the culture of the fans. Union Berlin is working very well together between the fans. They support them in each game day. Always full stadium, sold out. This was 5 or 10 years ago in the third division. This was 5 years ago in the second division. And this is now the last 3 years in the first division. And Union Berlin, for example, their story 5, 6, 7 years ago, they have to rebuild the stadium. They have to make a new wall. They have to make stairs, places, and they have to rebuild something. They are not organizing a company who is doing this. This was doing the fans on the days off. When they had the days off on the weekend, they was going to the stadium. They was working together and build their stadium. This is a culture and the power of Union Berlin. And this you will see on Saturday too, because this is a little bit the story of Union Berlin is you never walk alone, like the song in Liverpool. And you will see it on Saturday too. They have their songs and they have their shirts. You will see the long side of the stadium. You will see this side completely in red, because each fan who's standing there has a red shirt on. Not like me, a black jacket. They have a red shirt. They like to support their team. They like to show it. They are proud. And this is not a normal club. This is a special club. Hertha BSC Berlin, the club of the west part of Berlin, it's completely different. They have a big stadium, 80,000. It's the biggest stadium. It's a history stadium. They have the Olympia Stadium from Berlin, who was Olympic game 1936.
Yeah.
We have always in the stadium the German Cup final. Hertha BSC, it's a club who was playing the last 50 years in the Bundesliga, sometime in the second, was going up and down. No stability in this club. And the new manager and no DNA. I say by Union, I can see the fans and the club, the fans and the team, they are working together. In Hertha, it's a little bit different. It's a big stadium. They have good money. It's a little bit shiny life in Hertha. The players are going out in the evening in the shiny places. The players from Union Berlin are going out in the simple places. This is for me, this is the difference between these two clubs. But on Saturday, the stadium is sold out. The east is part of Berlin is playing against the west part of Berlin, and all Germany is looking to Berlin on the weekend, because this is a game of the week. It's Saturday evening. I will be in the stadium, and I'm happy now to be on Saturday, not in Munich in the Allianz Arena or in Dortmund in the second biggest stadium. No, I like to be part of this game because I like the atmosphere in the stadium. I like the competition because when you see the ranking in the Bundesliga, it's no big difference between both. Hertha like to go always up, and Union know, okay, we are the small Union Berlin with a small stadium, with not the highest budget in the Bundesliga. we like to stay in the Bundesliga. This is our dream. And Hertha is dreaming always from the Champions League. And this is a difference between these two clubs. And this makes the game so important for Germany, and especially for Berlin, and for me, like a football fan.
Yeah, I'm sure it is going to be a real intense atmosphere in Berlin this Saturday. So we are going into Hertha Berlin first, Lothar. Hertha Berlin started the season with 3 straight defeats, and there was a lot of pressure on Paul Dardai's shoulders. But they have won 4 of their last 5 games in all competitions and are starting to look decent, at least. What do you think has inspired this revival for Hertha BSC?
This is a little bit the mentality of the manager, of Freddy Bobic. He is quiet, he is believing his coach, he's believing his team, but he knows exactly many things change. New players, new system, new squad around the team, and this need time to find the right way. And for this is Hertha, for many people, not. I cannot say it's a team who is playing for the international qualification places in the Bundesliga, or maybe they are playing for the places on the end of the schedule. This nobody knows. This is something what I cannot explain. I can say, okay, normally you have this quality to be on the top between 5 and 10, and in another way, it's not so far. You be on the place between 15 and 18. This is something between. And now in the next weeks, we will see how they perform, which results they're doing, and in which direction they're going. They're going up or they're going down. This is both sides is possible for Hertha BSC.
All right. It is looking good at the moment, but scoring goals seems to be a real problem still since Matheus Cunha left. Piatek has only scored once in the league, Jovetic only twice. No one has scored more than 2 goals so far in the league for Hertha BSC. What do you think is their most, who do you think is the most dangerous player at the moment?
Yes, this is what we ask about Hertha. This is the same question what we cannot I cannot. Richter maybe it's the top scorer in the last weeks. Yeah. He come from Augsburg. He's a young talented player. Had youth time in Bayern Munich. He's coming from the academy from Bayern Munich. Yeah. He was playing a couple of years in Augsburg. Now he was going to Hertha. He is, for me, the top scorer in the last 3 weeks. He was scoring the winning goal against Borussia Mönchengladbach 4 weeks ago. And yes, this is a problem. Yeah, Cordoba was leaving, Cunha was leaving because of their mentality and the money what they can get for them. Cunha was going to Atletico for 30 millions. Cordoba like to go the same. And now they are looking for what is our DNA, what we like to play. And I think Paul Dardai, I know him very well. He was my player when I was the national coach in Hungary. He is number 6 player, clean number 6 player. And I think a little bit you can see on the system of Hertha how he was before a player. He know he cannot play like Bayern Munich. He know he cannot play like RB Leipzig. This means he is thinking more for the defense. And then when they take the ball, they like to go fast in the offense. They are not making a pressing, offense pressing, early pressing. They was doing this one time in RB Leipzig 2 months ago, and then they lost 6-0. Yeah. Because they have not then, when they make an offense pressing, early pressing, then they don't have the stability and the speed in the defense. For this, I think both teams on Saturday playing the similar system. They like to be compact in the defense, and when they catch the ball, they like to go fast in the offense. Nobody wants the ball. The ball is on the other side. And give the ball to another team, give them to come. We win the ball, and then we have maybe the space to score. It's a very interesting game on Saturday because I think and I feel both teams will play in the same system, in the similar tactic way.
Of course, we remember the 6-0 game very well, Lothar. So we move to Union Berlin. When Union Berlin were promoted in 2019, the general feeling among the Bundesliga fans in Malaysia is they are going to go down to Bundesliga 2 back immediately. But they finished 11th after that. And last season, they finished 7th, which is an outstanding achievement. And they look pretty stable this season too. they run on an incredibly low budget. How are they doing this?
Good scouting, good feeling for the players, and the connection generally in the team, the coach and the team, right coach for the right players, right player for the right for the fans, and then they played this mentality. This DNA from Union is we walk together with our fans. We walk together on the field. We don't have a big star. Max Kruse maybe can be the big star of Berlin, but he is a simple guy and he knows what he has to do. And I think the scouting and the people who are caring about the team, who build the team, they are looking not only about the quality, they are looking the same about the mentality of the players. We don't need a big star. We can have a big name, but we don't want a big star who think he's a big star. This is breaking our way, our system, our philosophy. They want a player who is working for them, who is giving the best. And this team don't surprise me anymore because I know these guys who are working. I know the coach is a guy from Switzerland, very quiet, very relaxed, have experience, and this is working everything together. You can say, okay, Nagelsmann is the right coach for Bayern Munich. Urs Fischer is the right coach for Union Berlin. I don't see Urs Fischer who make a great job in Union Berlin, maybe soon by Bayern Munich or by Borussia Dortmund. This is not this clubs where he can be maybe the coach. Maybe he can do it. But I think it's working well, this coach with this mentality from the players and the philosophy of the club. This is working very well together. And only in this way you can make the results.
The DNA of Union Berlin, as you mentioned. But individually, TAIWO AWONIYI is the man of the moment for Union Berlin with 7 goals in 11 games so far. He was decent last season with 5 goals in 21 games, but better this season. He has really exploded and turning into a striker that's causing too much excitement across Europe. Right?
Yes, and now he finds his home. He finds his home. He finds his family. And I think a guy like him, he needs this warm atmosphere around him, the support from the teammates, the support from the coach, the support from the fans. And you see, he feels very happy. And when you are happy, you can give this back. And he gives it back with a lot of goals, with a lot of good games. And especially the system of Union is a system for him because he has a high speed. And when they give another team the ball and they're coming, then he has the space where he can go in and can score. And mostly of his goals, he scored because of his high speed.
Yeah. All right. So last but not least, for Berlin Derby, what is your prediction for the match?
I like the atmosphere in Union. I like the fans. I like the small old stadium. And I think normally you can say it's a draw. It's a tie, 1-1 or something like this. But for me, because of the mentality, Union will win the game 2-1.
Okay, 2-1 for Union.
2-1.
From Lothar Matthaus.
Home winning. Yes.
Okay, we are moving away from the Berlin Derby. One final question for you, Lothar. Lewandowski and Haaland are clearly the 2 best strikers in the league, right? But if you were to remove both of them from the equation, who do you think is currently the next best striker in the league? We are not mentioning Lewandowski and Haaland. Who are the next after Lewandowski and Haaland?
After them, it's very difficult. I don't know the new players who are coming in the Bundesliga. But
what do you think about maybe Patrick Schick? Maybe.
I like to say Schick from Leverkusen because when you like to be top scorer, you have to play in a good team. And mostly the top number of goals is scoring Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund in the Bundesliga. This means in the next years, I think when Haaland stays, Lewandowski will stay the next 3 years. It's a competition between these two because they have the best, I think the best teammates. And Dortmund and Bayern Munich will score in the next years, sure, most of the goals. Maybe Leipzig. Leipzig can be a team who has future because now they have a small move in the club. Nagelsmann was going to Bayern Munich, Upamecano, Sabitzer to Bayern Munich. Some player was to Liverpool, exactly. And this was the same, not easy beginning of the season for Leipzig, but now they find their rhythms, the new coach and the players. I think the same Leipzig can be a candidate for the championship, but they have Nkunku. But how long is Nkunku playing for RB Leipzig?
Exactly.
I don't know how long is playing Haaland for Borussia Dortmund. I don't know which new player is coming to the German Bundesliga. A second Haaland, a second Lewandowski, I really don't know. But when you ask me about now, I think Schick is somebody who is playing in Leverkusen. Leverkusen is playing always under the top 5. Leverkusen has a team who prefer to play in the offense with 2 wing players who are very fast, who can give the assist. Wirtz is a player in the midfield, 18 years. It's talented, amazing, like Kai Havertz, who is playing now in Chelsea. They have a good team, and they have with Schick a scorer who was scoring for the Czech Republic national team. So then for Leverkusen, before for Rome, before for Leipzig. Sure, he can be a player, but nobody will have a higher number than Haaland and Lewandowski when they play in Bundesliga, because they play in the best club. They have the quality, they have the power, they have the feeling what they have to do. They have the quality. They have everything, and it's very difficult. In the next year, you will have another top scorer. It's always a competition between Haaland and Lewandowski. When they're finished in a couple of years, maybe to play in Bundesliga, then will come a new one. But it's very difficult to say who will follow Lewandowski or Haaland.
It's not an easy task to replace elite strikers, indeed, Lothar. Thank you very much, Lothar. That's all the time that we have with you. Thank you for spending your precious time with us. See you in the Berlin Derby. You'll be there.
All the best on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you.